Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Season 2 of Grassroots Racing. We are kicking off in the practice session. We've got some cool new features. Very excited for you guys to see those. Been working hard in the background as we get started into Season 2. If you like what you're watching as we go along, like and subscribe, and definitely leave a chat in the comments of who you're watching tonight. So we have about 16 minutes to go in the practice session. We'll kick it off into qualifying, and then we'll jump into tonight's race. Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. I got you. I got you.
All right, good evening, everyone. We are coming up on 4 minutes left in practice. Again, after we finish up with practice, we'll jump into qualifying and then kick off our Season 2, Night 1 in Talladega. It'll be a 75-lap race, wide open track. Should be a very interesting race with some really tight competitive racing. We'll call out our leaderboards here and there, but you'll see them on our screen, as well as the time left to go in practice, lap status. Again, give a shout out in the chat of who you're here watching tonight. But again, Season 2, Talladega kicking us off. Top points winner for this season is going to receive a $40 prize. Thanks for watching.
Radio check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Good, loud, and clear.
Thank you. You too.
There, your mic's working.
Repeat that.
I said your mic is working.
Thank you.
You got to hear me. Got you loud and clear.
All right, so we're jumping into qualifying right now. Checking in on number 73, Dalton, doing his qualifying laps. We're going to filter through a couple of our drivers in the league tonight. Let's see if Willis is also doing his qualifying lap. So we have number 4, Willis, and number 73, Dalton, qualifying right now. We're going to jump on over to number 11, Scott Wilson, doing his qualifying. Going to do a couple of big shout outs for those that were competitive in season 1. So thanks, number 11, for showing back up for season 2. Gonna pop on over to number 99, Samuel Wilson. New paint job on the car, very cool. He's gonna be doing his qualifying lap right now. And then we will check in on David Bryant, number 88. Doing his qualifying lap, also has a new paint job. Very slick, very clean. And then a couple of our newcomers, not necessarily new to the league, but new to racing in season 2. We're going to pop on over to number 69, Rich Van Leer. Looks like he just finished up with qualifying. And then we're going to take a quick peek at number 17, James Manning. Looks like he also has finished qualifying. So we're going to let everybody wrap up on qualifying. We have about 6 minutes left to go, and then we'll be jumping into Season 2, Race 1 at Talladega. All right, so it looks like we have everybody qualified. We're going to be jumping over into a green flag here shortly. So we're going to let everybody get lined up. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back. All right, we are one lap till green. Kicking us off tonight in first place, we have Scott Wilson, number 11, followed by his brother, number 99, Samuel Wilson. Also up in the front of the pack is number 88, David Bryant, number 54, Willis Gomez, number 69, Rich Van Leer, and number 73, Dalton Slayton. So we'll be going green here shortly, kicking off for an exciting night tonight at Talladega. You will notice there are quite a few other cars on the track tonight. We're really trying to build out the league. Right now we do have some AI drivers that can be a little bit spotty sometimes, so keep an eye out for those as you're driving through for these racers tonight. Shout out who you're watching, who you're tuned in to see, and a good luck to all of our racers tonight. Would also like to take a quick pause to thank our sponsors. We have GC Racing, CXT, Gypsy Soul Knives, Nielsen Knives, and S&S Hot Rods. And we are going green. Pace car is off. Green flag here shortly. And we are off. Green flag is a go. So as expected with this track, it's a wide open track. We're expecting some tighter racing in the front. So we're going to see a little bit more of that pack racing. No lifting. With it being such a wide track, these drivers can just keep their pedal on, go full drive all through the track. Ooh, and we see some quick switches there. We're getting some action over there. Number 88, David, is going to go up high, trying to get on the outside, maybe sneak in for first. But number 69, Rich Van Leer, is going to hold steady, hold that first place line for right now. He's going to stay low, keep that edge up. Ooh, and we have a spin out. Number 88 did have a spin out there in the green. Hopefully he can make a rebound to come back on. We have some of our other cars coming up from behind, trying to fill in that gap, get back in on the pack race. Holding down up at the front of the pack, we have number 16, or actually number 11, Scott Wilson in first place. Second place, we have number 99, Samuel Wilson, and in third, we have number 69, Rich Van Leer. A little bit of a gap behind there, but we do have Dalton in fourth, number 73. We're going to key in on a couple of our other drivers, play with some of the camera angles tonight, see if we can really focus in on some of the exciting action parts. We are already into lap 4 of our 75 lap race tonight in Talladega. Definitely tune in, keep an eye on that scroll on the bottom for our upcoming events. Big thanks for those who tuned in to watch for us tonight. Thanks for being active in the chat. We appreciate you guys watching. We're going to pop over for just a minute to check in on number 88, David Bryant. He did have a quick little spin out there early on, but he is making a rebound. He's working his way back up the track. He'll be coming around, really trying to stay heavy on that throttle so he can get back in on the race lap, my apologies. We're going to key back in to our top drivers up here at the front. We'll jump back in to see number 11, Scott Wilson, still holding down that first place line. Right behind him is number 99, Samuel Wilson. Same spread, that 1 through 4th. They're really holding steady. Just to give a little bit of insight of just how close this race is going to be tonight, I'm going to hop on over to check in on number 11, Scott Wilson, and then we're going to change the camera view just a little bit. We're going to jump into kind of the far chase, so there's really not a lot of room there behind him. He's making a little bit of a gap there, trying to stay steady, keep that first place positioning. But you'll see, even in this view, we see number 99 nosing in, trying to close the gap. This is going to be a lot for most of the evening. We're going to jump over to number 69, Rich Van Leer. This time we're going to get in the car with him. We're going to see what that view looks like. So these cars are going so fast around the track, because really, even through those turns, they're just keeping that throttle down. With it being such a wide open track, they can, and so they're going to be going around, zooming around really quickly. Even though we're only a few minutes in, we are already on lap 8 out of 75. So you can really see how close these drivers are. He's holding steady, but this track is just so fast. They're going to keep that line. As long as there are no mess ups, they're going to be able to hold steady. We're going to jump over into the middle of the track, check on Willis Gomez, number 54, leading that middle of the pack. Again, still a close race. So even though we have that gap from kind of the front of the pack to the middle of the pack, once you see that lineup, they're going to be close. It's going to be really tough to kind of break through when you have that single file line going around. Sure, there's a lot of room. They could go on high outside. They're going to lose some of that valuable time. And we have middle of the pack closing in on front of the pack. Number 54 is making a run for it. He's going to go up high, try to steal some placement there, and he's going to achieve it. He's coming in super quick. We have a double file line right here. Will we have a leader change? Okay. Did take our leaderboard just a minute to kind of sync over, but we did have that lead change. Number 54, Willies Gomez, came in from the middle of the pack, really made up some time, and is now holding in first place. From our league racers tonight, in second we have number 11, Scott Wilson, although he's a few cars behind. Again, we do have some of our AI drivers tonight helping fill out the league, make it a little bit more exciting. But from our actual league drivers, and I'll kind of key in on that as we go through the lineup. In first place, we have number 54, Willies. In second place, we have number 11, Scott. And right behind him in third, we have Sam. And then in fourth, we have Dalton. Jumping down to fifth, we have number 69, Rich Van Leer. But even still, even with some of those AI drivers, it's still a close race tonight. Single file 9, every now and then we'll see that double stack across the track, but they're going to be holding steady. All right, so we see some real tight racing there. Number 12 starting to look a little bit antsy. Seems like he wants to try to go high. Then he switches back to trying to go low, but it looks like... Ooh, and we have a lapped car. We're coming around. Willies navigates that well. Number 54, he was able to go up just high enough to get past him. He's doing great, holding steady in that first place, but number 12 is still looking a little bit antsy there. He wants to break out, but still the best way is going to be staying low. Really tight packed race tonight. So we're going to jump in to right behind number 77, see what that looks like. So we're going to hop over to Scott Wilson, number 11, do that far chase, see what that's looking like. Really, it's only about a car length. So there's not a lot of room for error for those up front four. You'll see them, they kind of try to stay out. They're going to see if they can peek out, get some edge over to get a new placement. But it's going to be a tough one. even keying in on our first place driver again, number 54. We're going to be looking at their back tire. Right on the back tire, we see number 12 coming in super close. Again, not a lot of room for error. He's got to hold steady. He's got to keep up the pace, keep his foot on the throttle, stay low to keep that edge out. We're getting just a little bit of a spread from our front of the pack to kind of middle of the pack. Again, they're going to close that gap, but we've got a little bit of spacing over there with number 11, Scott Wilson, holding in for second for the league tonight. Right behind him, again, another really close packed race. We're jumping over to see number 99, Samuel Wilson, and then number 73, Dalton, right behind him. Really close racing tonight. It's a beautiful track, but it is huge, so it's going to make it really hard for them to make an edge out, get a little bit of extra speed, because it's really just a full throttle the entire time. We're doing really well with no cautions tonight. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever you use for getting rid of that bad luck juju. We're doing really great tonight. We are on lap 18. These racers are driving very clean, keeping it steady here at Talladega. So for season 2, we have a lot of really cool items coming up. Really wanted to open up the league night, league racing in general, so we upped the iRacing score as well as the licensing to allow a few other drivers in. Next week we're going to be at USA International. Really excited for that race, and then you also have to key in for some special events. We even have kind of a knockout drag-out demolition night coming up towards the end of the season. Very excited to see that one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun both for those watching and our drivers. I'm going to give a big thank you to those watching tonight. We appreciate y'all's support, checking in, staying, hanging out with us. Thanks for those that have been active in the comment. I agree. Let's go, Scott and Sam. Very excited to have y'all guys here tonight. Going to give a big shout out to our other drivers, Willis Gomez, Dalton, David, and Rich. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Excited to see how season 2 shakes out. Who is going to be vying for that top points winner to come home with the $40?
Hit me.
All right, looks like we had some action on the field. We're going to take a quick look at what just happened there. We do have some of our drivers in the pits. That is definitely going to change our leaderboard a bit. We're going to go check in on number 54 in the pits. Ooh, number 73 is Dalton, is going to try to make his way out as the first, but 99 Sam is going to sneak out on top. He's going to be first out of the pits there, getting back in. And I stand corrected. It was actually number 11, Sam, who got out first. So they're going to be holding steady, working on getting that safe re-entry back onto the track, getting back into the race. Number 73 is keeping it steady. He's going to hold that throttle down to try to keep up in the start of the pack, but number 11, Sam, is also doing the same thing. We're going to take a quick peek over to number 54, who is also out of the pits. He's getting back on track, getting back in the swing of things. He's got quite a bit of ground to make up. And then jump over to number 73, Dalton. He's going to be trying to make up that ground as well. Coming up right behind number 99, Sam, and then number 11, Scott. Coming up steady, up in the front point, you do see kind of the lead lap further ahead. But they are still on that lead lap. Nobody's down a full lap quite yet, except for a couple of our drivers. Really is just a huge track, so it's going to be really tough. There's no lifting. It's going to be close. If you don't stay at the top, it's going to be pretty tough to get back up in the front. But we're closing that gap. I think these guys are going to make it happen. They're holding steady, keeping down low. And we do have a pit exit there that could have gone a little bit sideways if they weren't careful. But these guys are doing great. Really clean racing tonight, watching out for each other, but being competitive. Love to see it. We are a third of our way down, hitting lap 25 of 75. And we're closing that lap. We're seeing our drivers go up high, trying to make an edge out, get ahead of all of these other ones, getting close. Ooh, that was a close one. Got a little too far on the inside for both number 99 and 73. Gotta be careful. If we have anybody new that just tuned in, thanks for joining us. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Check out the description box to see how you can join in on the action. We have our Discord link in there. Lots of activity coming up for Season 2. Again, we have several different events as well as a couple of special events. We'll key on a couple of those here. But as always, a thanks to those watching, a thanks to our drivers in the league, and a big thanks to our sponsors this season. One key event that I think everybody should tune into is our special event on 7/15, so July 15th. It is going to be a knockout, drag-out demolition race. I think it's going to be super exciting. Really get everybody prepared, kind of get the nerves out for the championship. Let them have just straight fun, not so much of a worry about the points. It's going to be a really cool event. All right, so we have a little bit of activity here. We have some going high on the track to get around these other drivers. Really steady holding the line though. I think that's what a lot of people kind of don't think about is like when you're driving, it is going to be really tough to stay in that line. You're going so fast. It makes it a little bit more difficult. We're going to actually jump into the car with number 73, see how things are holding. So he is right behind the Wilsons. We're coming up on lap 30 here soon. Still in the front of the pack. So our drivers made a lot of ground as after that pit stop. They are back on top, back in the front. In first place, we have number 11, Scott. In second, we have number 99, Samuel. And in third, we have number 73, Dalton. They made a lot of ground up. Really close racing. Looks like number 99 might be trying to go high to get an edge out for that first place title. Number 73, Dalton, he's going to stay low. I think he's going to try to swoop in. Number 99 goes high. He's going to swoop in, stay low to get that second place, but we'll kind of see how this plays out as it goes along. We're going to check in on a couple of our other league drivers tonight. Pop on over to number 54, Willies. He is making some time up, zooming around the track, trying to get back up with that front of the pack. Doing great, staying low. Really cool paint job. I think that was something I was really excited for coming into season 2 is everybody got to do a new paint job. Really see people's individual creativity, see who their sponsors are, get a little bit of their personality. We're going to jump over to number 69, Rich, see how he's doing. Looks like there might be some excitement back here in the pack. Looks like we're trying to get some placement here, trying to get around everybody to get up in the front. Number 6 is going to try to go high, but it's kind of going against him. He's losing some of that valuable time by having to drive a little bit more of the track. Number 69 is holding steady. He's going to stay low, keep his nose to the front. And we're going to jump to the back to check in on number 88, David, who's also holding steady. He's coming back around to those initial cars, so he's going to be making up some time there. But he's doing some really good progress to make it back up around. He's got a lot of ground to catch up, but I think he's doing great. Staying steady. I think everybody thinks, oh, we're just going to jump out and start racing. But it really is a difficult sport. Takes a lot of skill, a lot of focus, and a lot of understanding and know-how. So it's definitely a learning curve, especially if it's you're like a first-time racer. That's really why we wanted to focus in on the rookie season 1. And then we're expanding a little bit further as these drivers are becoming a little bit more experienced as we go on, but really giving a platform and a space for some of those rookie drivers to learn, talk with other drivers. So something we really try to work on. We've been doing some one-on practice sessions for those who reach out, want some extra support. Also, after the race, we'll have a little kind of group powwow with the league drivers to go over certain events, talk through items. It's been really cool to see these drivers grow, even just from season 1 to now season 2, our opening night. Ooh, and we have some action here. So number 99 is going to try to go high. Does work against him, though. It got him pushed back. So now up in front, we have number 11, Scott Wilson, number 73, Dalton. Doing good. Ooh, but number 99 is going to try to make a rebound. He's staying high. He's going to hold steady there, keep high to try to get that placement back. Will we see these three that have been holding it down since the beginning on the podium tonight? I do think it's going to be a toss-up if it's going to be who's going to end up in first, second, and third. Because if you'll remember, we started out with Scott. In first, we had number 99, Samuel, right behind him, and the number 73, Dalton, who came from the back of the pack into that third position. Okay, so we have our first and second coming up on some lap drivers here. They're having to go high to stay in. Ooh, Dalton was able to cut back down to the low line. He's still in that second place, but that was quick maneuvering. As soon as he was able to pass that car, he got back low, because that is going to be the best approach to save time. Again, super open track. It's no lifting, heavy throttle the whole way through. Time is going to be of the essence. We've got to make sure we're sticking to it to retain any kind of placement. We've keyed in on a few of these to see just how close they're driving. Gotten a little bit of latency there. We're seeing some cars popping in and out. Can make it a little bit tough, especially if you're driving along and then all of a sudden it looks like there's a car that spawns in. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like from the racer's perspective, but that is something that we do see every now and then. I've seen it cause a couple of crashes here and there or incidents, so we're doing really great tonight though. We are at the halfway point. So Really exciting race tonight. It's been some really close driving. Still holding it steady down in first place. We have number 11, Scott. And number 99 is going to try to take an edge out again. He's going high, trying to get back up with some placement. Looks like he's still vying for that second place. Some really close racing here, though. We're going to jump back and check in on number 54. He's doing well. He's doing some maneuvering, going high to get around that car. He's going to go back low to try to get up some time there. There is a little bit of gap from him in the front of the pack, but if he holds steady, I think he can close that. For anybody new joining in, we are at the halfway point, halfway to go. Thanks for joining in and watching tonight for our opening night in Talladega for Season 2. We're going to jump back into the front here, check in on number 99, Samuel Wilson, who's in that front of the pack. Definitely tune in for our future racing events. You'll see them scroll at the bottom, but next week we are going to be at USA International. Then we'll have a special event at the Daytona Road Course. Championships are set for July 17th, and for the points winner of all of these races, there will be a $40 prize. If you're interested in getting in, racing, learning a lot, getting to build that community, definitely check out our Discord link in the description to join in. Even if you just want to watch and hang out from a spectator point of view in the chat, see when we're updating events and giving notices, definitely come in, hang out with us. Part of the goal is we were really trying to grow the league. You know, Season 1 was all about that rookie season, getting everybody incorporated, getting some learning experience under our belt. Now we're really in trying to grow the league. We've had a few extra racers tonight, which is super nice. We're excited to see that continuing. Overall, the goal is to not have quite as many of those AI drivers or zero AI drivers, because it's all going to be league racers. Okay, we've got a lot of activity down in the front. Looks like we're trying to do some position changes. They're holding steady. In first, we still have number 11, Scott Wilson. Right behind him on his tail is number 73, Dalton. And then in third for our league drivers, we have number 99, Samuel. Right behind him, making a crazy comeback, is number 54, Willies. He's making some good time coming back around the track. We're going to check in on number 69, Rich, see how he's doing. Looks like he might be making a quick pit stop. Going to jump over to number 88, David, as well, who's still hanging steady. He's making it around the track, working on improving his skills, getting back up into speed, doing a great job there, because it's a huge track. It's going to be really hard to make a lot of really good time. We're going to jump back up to the front for our headliners. In first and second place, Scott and Dalton. Oop, and it looks like we are making a quick pit stop. Let's hope they can make this fast. We have 32 laps to go, so it needs to be a quick pit stop so they can get back up on that lead lap in the front. While we're going into the pits, we're going to take a quick moment to check in on our drivers. So we're going to jump in and see how Scott Wilson is. Number 11, Scott. See, we're pitting now. How's the race going for you? Oh, and he's back out of the pits. We're going to take this opportunity to jump over to number 73, Dalton. Give us a quick little update of how the race is going tonight. Oh, and I see in our chats, can't hear the drivers. I do think it's a little bit of audio issue. We'll try to get that resolved here in a minute. Maybe we can check in with our racers at the end tonight. Thanks for that call out. Thanks again for those who are watching and leaving comments. Really has been some great racing tonight. Definitely enjoying watching these guys. It's been a lot of really clean racing, open throttle all the way around the track. Looks like even after a pit stop, Scott and Dalton were able to keep it steady. They're going to hang on to those leader positions in the race tonight. They are coming around some of those lap drivers, so they're going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering here. Probably going to have to go high to get an edge around them. Looks like Dalton's already working on that. He's going high. He's going to stay high to try to get around these guys. But it really is an item. Ooh, it looks like there's a little bit of activity there. They got a little close. Can he stay steady? Right. So Dalton's holding tight. He's going to keep going high. He's wanting to dip back in to go low to keep up his time there. But it looks like that 153 driver in first right now is keeping him at bay. Do think our leaderboard is a little bit off there. There we go. It synced over. So again, we do have Scott Wilson in first. Back up in second, we have Dalton in fourth. But in our league positioning, we have number 99, Samuel. Back into that single file tight lineup. If you'll notice, number 5, 77, 6, and 7 are lapped cars, so we're trying to get back around them, trying to get ahead of that so they can get back up in front, keep that positioning. Gonna take a quick moment to hop on over, check in on number 54, Willies. Looks like he may have made a pit stop, but he's coming back out. He's gonna be back on the rebound there. We're also going to take a quick peek over to number 69, Rich, who's kind of at that middle of the pack. He's making some good time. Great paint job this season. Loving these cars. Looks like he wants to try to stay low to get it back in placement here. He's going to be right on the bumper. He's coming back around, though. We'll see. Number 99 was just a little bit ahead there in front of him. Number 88, David's back here as well. Doing great, holding steady. And we're going to hop back over to number 11, Scott. In first, see how he's doing. Again, we came up on some of those lap cars, so it's going to make it a little bit touchy. Makes it a little bit tight. We see some really close racing here. Not much gap. We just jumped over into that nose view for number 11, Scott. So he's coming up so close behind number 7. Really is a crazy how tight these races can get. We can take a look behind him. Number 73, Dalton, is going to be right on his tail, trying to edge in. He's coming up quick. Looks like he might try to go high, but he's holding steady. Really close racing tonight, guys. It makes it super exciting. It makes it very hard to tell. I feel like sometimes you can kind of predict who's going to stay steady. But with as close as it is, I think it could be up to any of these drivers of who's going to take that podium placement. All it takes is one minor little mistake and someone can zoom on ahead, get higher placement or positioning there. We're going to jump into the car with number 73. Ooh, it looks like he went a little bit low. He was able to come back, control that pretty well, but he lost a little bit of time, a little bit of traction. That's something we'll see as we go through these races, is sometimes they do start losing a little bit of that positioning. We're going to jump in the car with number 73, Dalton, see how close behind he is. Ooh, that was some good maneuvering. He was able to go high, and it looks like we are under a caution right now. We have 24 to go, but we are entering that caution. Take a look back and see what happened there. Ooh, it was a little bit of bumper action. So it did. Dalton came up. Looks like there was some braking going on. Clipped the end of that bumper and then got pushed out to the side. He was able to recompose, ground himself, and get back in. Can't hear y'all. I tried. We can't hear y'all. Or it's y'all can't hear me. All right, so we were having a little bit of audio issues here, but I am going to try to talk to some of our racers. We're going to jump over, see if Scott Wilson is online. All right, so checking in on some of our drivers, seeing if you can hear me. Wanted to check in with number 11, Scott, see how the race is going with you. If you can hear me, go ahead and come over your mic, give us an update. All right, so we're going to try a different approach again. We're going to check in with everybody. Let's see if anybody can hear me now. So number 11, Scott, are you able to check in? Want to give a shout out? Let us know how the race has been going with you so far.
Go ahead.
Oh. Hey, number 54, Willies, how's it going so far? If you want to give a shout out to anyone you might have watching or just tell us how the race is going.
I love it. You
Good.
have to learn and try your best.
That's awesome. Absolutely. Number 11 or number 73, Dalton, definitely give us a quick little shout out.
You're not.
All right, so we're going to try one more time, see if we can key in with some of our racers. Number 11, number 73, number 99. Give a quick shout out if you can hear me and want to give a quick shout out or talk. Just say how the race is going.
The race is going pretty good. Luckily, we had a yellow flag. I was able to catch back up with the 11 and 73 car.
For sure. Definitely a well-timed yellow flag. We never always want to see those cautions, but they do play in to help everybody out. Anybody else want to give a quick shout out to those you have watching?
I just want to shout out Grassroots Racing in general. My boys showed up over here, putting on a good race for everybody involved. To the announcers, doing really good work out there, I've heard, and just continue to grow and have fun. This should be an interesting last half of the race. I think we only need one more fill-up, and then we will be at it.
Awesome. Thanks for checking in, guys. Awesome. Thanks for checking in, guys. Did have to play with the audio sounds a little bit. We'll keep fine-tuning those for those who are watching, but I appreciate it. We're going to be going green here shortly, so good luck finishing out the race, everyone. And thanks to those commenting. Super helpful. We are still learning. It's a little bit of a one-man team over here for the broadcasting. I've got some support, but definitely appreciate the feedback in the comments to help me out. And we are back green, so we are going to kick off into green with 20 laps to go. Very exciting potential into this race tonight. Still holding it down in first and second. We have number 11, Scott, and number 73, Dalton. In third, we have number 99, Samuel. We're keyed back in for our, what I anticipate are probably our podium racers tonight. Holding steady in first is still number 11, Scott. Right behind him is number 73, Dalton. And number 99, Samuel. Great racing tonight, guys. Even from season 1 to season 2, we've seen a lot of progress from these drivers. Very impressive. Also, I would like to give a shout out. We've only had one caution. Definitely don't want to give any kind of bad luck for the race tonight, but one caution and one incident or major incident out of almost 75 laps is pretty impressive. Let's see if we can keep it steady for the next 17 as we round out this race. See if we can have any position changes. A lot of times we see the drivers get a little bit excited as we get closer to that finish line. They'll try to do a little bit of extra maneuvering, see if they can get an edge out to get a better placement. Right now we're holding steady, single file line mostly all the way around the track. We're going to take a quick peek over to number 69, Rich Van Leer. He's holding steady too. He's making his way around the track. I think for a lot of these drivers, some of it is still learning. Some of it is just getting used to the track. Some of these, I know for a lot, this might be a brand new track for them tonight. So it's definitely a learning curve. We're going to hop over to number 54, Willie, see how he's doing. He's doing great, holding steady on that line. Has a really cleaned up, driving good and clean. And then we're going to pop over to number 88, David, who's also speeding around the track. He's trying to make up some time still. But doing great. Hop back over to our front here. We're still in that single file lineup as we go into lap 16, or 16 to go, I should say. Holding steady. See a little bit of activity there in first and second. Dalton staying close right behind number 11, Samuel. About a car and a half length behind him, we have number 99. He's staying low and trying to close that gap. Ooh, we might try to see number 99 edge out, maybe go high to get that second place positioning. Only 14 laps to go. Again, up next week, we're going to be at the USA International. Following that, we're going to have the Daytona Road Course, and then we're going to be at Bristol. So I know a lot of these drivers that were in Season 1 have been at the Daytona course, but Bristol's going to be a new one for everybody. So I think that's going to have some interesting complexities as we get through this season, really expand on some of those skill sets. Another special event at the 1st of July is going to be our trucks race. I think that one's going to be exciting to watch. Saw some quick little maneuvering there. Number 99's trying to sneak in. He's going high and holding steady. Will he be able to make it around to get that first place podium spot? Ooh, he may be losing a little bit of time there. He's getting pushed back a little bit. Had a mild little incident, but we didn't go under caution. I think it was smooth enough that everybody was able to retain their positioning. In first and second, we still have Scott and Dalton. Right behind Dalton is going to be number 12, Corey, who's coming in close. Again, as we get closer to that finish line, some of these drivers may start getting a little bit antsy, just trying to see if they can get a little bit of a positioning increase there. But they're doing well. We do see some there in the middle of the pack, kind of 3 wide across the track. It's a huge track, but it's still a lot to go 3 wide. All right, so we're seeing a little bit of movement as they come around number 88, David. These drivers really know how to maneuver around the track. They know when they need to go high to get around. They're doing great. David's still holding steady. Love to see it here tonight in Talladega. We have 10 laps to go, so we're rounding out this race very quickly. It's gone by. Appreciate all those that have tuned in to watch and hang out. Definitely appreciate the comments, tuning in to support some of your racers. Enjoyed it tonight. Looking forward to an exciting season 2. Once again, if you want to join in on the racing fun, check out the description link below to join our Discord. Even if you want to just come in and hang out, you're more than welcome to. Ooh, it looks like we might have some pits going on here. May have been a little bit of some rough time there. So we're going to take a quick look back, see what's going on. All right, so looks like we did have a little bit of trouble there with pitting. Maybe came in a little bit too quickly. So we're going to jump back, check in on a couple of our other racers. Let's see how number 11 looks like he might have had the same thing happen. Came in a little quick. He's in the pits. Hoping they can make a good comeback as we get back into the race. Only 8 laps to go, so they've got quite a bit of time to make up. We're going to jump over to see number 99, Samuel. Looks like he may have made it out of the pits faster, so he's back on the track. He's making his way around. 7 laps to go. Can they make up that time? We hit a little bit of a lag there, but Samuel's speeding back down the track, trying to get back up in the front. We're going to hop over and see how number 11 Samuel's doing, who's doing the same thing. Looks like Dalton in number 73 is working to re-enter the track as well from the pits. It gets a little crazy there at the end. Let's see if they can make up some of that time. It looks like we also had some pit stops for number 54 Willie's is number 88 David. We're going to take a quick moment and jump over, see how Rich is doing. He's holding steady, trying to make that ground. We're going to check back in on number 99 Samuel. See if he's making some good traction to get back up on the lead lap. 6 to go. Hopping on over to number 11, who's also making up some good time there. He's speeding down the track. We see some of those cars further in front. We're going to check in on number 73, Dalton, who's also in the same boat. He's got quite a bit of ground to cover, 5 laps to go. It's going to be the same thing for number 54, Willie's, in the same boat. It's just a massive track tonight. It's going to take a lot, full throttle the whole way through. Hop on over to number 88, David, who's in the same boat. He's around some other drivers, so he's still got some maneuvering to do here. From an overall race... Oh, we had a little bit of latency there. I do apologize for that glitch. From an overall race perspective, we do have those AI drivers up in the front. And I do think that's a little bit of a downfall with a startup league really trying to grow it out, is that we do have those AI drivers. But to key in on our league racers, right now in first place in terms of podium for the league, number 99 Samuel was able to edge out. He is in first place. Right behind him in second we have number 11 Scott. In third we have number 69 Rich. In fourth we have number 73 Dalton. In fifth we have number 54 Willie's. And in sixth we have number 88 David. We're gonna jump on over, check in on Scott, see how he's doing. He's making his way around the track, trying to make that time up to get back up in front with the rest of the drivers. We're going to check in on number 11, Scott. See how he's doing. He's right there beside David, making his comeback around. Holding steady. He's going to stay low, keep it fast. We have 2 laps to go. We're also going to check in on number 73, Dalton. He's right there. Got some ground to make up. We're going to check in on number 69, Rich, who's going to be not too far behind number 99, Samuel. So in terms of league points tonight, Samuel is going to be in that first place, but it does come down to other items like any potential incidents that happened. So if you're wanting to see the points, we'll try to announce them during the next race next week at USA International, or you can join our Discord and check out the points announcements there. All right, so with 1 lap to go, we're getting closer to the end of this race. We have number 99, Samuel, up in front. And then we're going to have number 11, Scott, followed by number 69, Rich. And then we're going to hop over and see number 73, Dalton, making his way down the track. Going to end strong even after that pit. It was a very exciting race for Season 2, Week 1 in Talladega tonight. I'm going to have a checkered flag here in just a moment. Very exciting race tonight. Thank you all who tuned in to watch us. Even though we had a little bit of audio issues, we'll definitely keep revising those, see if we can get those worked out so we can check in on the racers in future sessions. Again, tune in next week for us at USA International, and then the following at our special event for the Daytona Road Course. Great racing tonight, guys. Loving the new paint jobs. Very excited to see where Season 2 takes us. As always, a big thank you to those who've tuned in and watched tonight. Big shout out to our sponsors, S&S Hot Rods, CXT, Gypsy Soul Knives, Nielsen Knives, GC Racing, and the Grassroots Racing League. All right, so we are closing out the first session of Season 2. Thanks again for those who tuned in. Good night, everybody. Check us out next week. Like and subscribe and join our Discord to join in on the fun. Thanks for watching.